Good afternoon, everybody. Today, let us discuss another concept, another Vedanga, that is what is called Jyotisha Sastra or Jyotishamu. So far, we have discussed Vyakarana and Nirukta, Siksha. So, now the fourth Vedanga is what is called Jyotishamu, Jyotisha Sastramu. According to this Sastra, all the Vedic karmas have to be performed at certain periods and certain seasons of the year. So Jyotishamu is based on time, and it is important to start certain rituals, certain activities on certain days like full moon day or new moon day. And according to Jyotisha, the sun god and the moon play important role in Jyotisha Sastramu. The Jyotisha Sastra considers the constellations, which we call them as zodiac signs, and in Telugu they are called Rashis. And the Jyotisha Sastra considers nakshatras, 27 nakshatras. The Jyotish Shastra considers planets and their movements, and Jyotisha Shastra considers the rotation of sun and the rotation of moon according to the time. And according to Jyotisha Shastra, Sage Garga is generally considered one of the most important and notable authors in this science. He praised, he basically said that the movement of sun in our birth chart decides our fate. So according to this Sage Garga followed sun god in writing this science called Jyotishamu. Jyotisha Shastra has three parts called Skandana Trayatmakamu. Jyotisha Shastra as divided into three parts, and that division is what is called Skandana Trayatmakamu. They are called the first part of Jyotisha Shastra is what is called Siddhanta Skandana. It deals with the trigonometry, arithmetic, algebra, geometry, etc. It means the distance between sun and moon, the distance between sun and earth, the distance between other planets and earth planet, the distance between moon and earth, etc. So Jyotisha Shastra has been divided into three categories, three parts. The first part is what is called Siddhanta Skandanam. Siddhanta Skandamu deals with trigonometry, arithmetic, geometry, algebra, etc. So it deals with the distance between planets and distance between sun and moon, distance between sun and earth, etc. The second part of Jyotisha Shastram is called Horas Kandamu or Hora Siddhantam. Horas Kandamu deals with the movements of planets and their effects on people. According to this Horas Kandana Siddhantamu, the movements and the rotations of the planets, the movements and the rotations of sun and moon, and the movements in the planets, and their effects on the people is studied by this part is called Horas Kandana. Horas Kandana deals with the rotation of plants, movements of plants and movements of sun and moon, and their effects on human beings. The third part of Jyotisha deals with the aspects of like the location of underground water and designing and building houses, etc. So this is how the Jyotisha Shastra has been divided. So Jyotisha Shastra has been divided into three parts. The first part is what is called Siddhanta Skandana. Siddhanta Skandana deals with the arithmetic, geometry, and algebra, etc. And generally this part deals with the distance between or among planets and stars. And Horas Kandana that deals with the movements of planets and sun and moon on human beings. And the third one is what is called Samhita Skandana. This deals with the location of underground water, building houses and vastu, etc. In this part. And Jyotisha Shastra also covers the principles of gravity, gravitation, and rotation of Earth, etc. And Jyotish Shastra also scientifically studies the gravitational forces of other planets on Earth planet, and the gravitational forces of Sun and Moon on Earth, etc. And we can find very famous astrologers in our Vedic Jyotishamu. They are like Aryabhatta, Varahamira, and other famous astronomers. Aryabhatta is one of the famous astronomers. Varahamira is another famous astronomer. Varahamira, he propounded a theory called Pancha Siddhanta, and this Pancha Siddhanta has been divided into five categories. The first category is what is called Pitamaha Siddhanta, second Vasishtha Siddhanta, third Romaka Siddhanta, fourth Raulisha Siddhanta, fifth Surya Siddhanta. Surya Siddhanta is a sun-centric based of astrology. And Jyotisha inspired many of mathematical sciences and Jyotisha inspired the development of many sources of many of mathematical sciences like geometry, algebra, arithmetic, astronomy, and astrology. And Bhaskaracharya, another famous astronomer, belonged to 12th century AD. He is regarded as the first mathematician and the first astrologer of Indian Vedic system. And the Panchangamu gives the detailed information regarding Thidi, Vara, Nakshatra, Yoga, and Karna. Generally, that is, this Panchangam is used in most of the Hindus families. And Jean-Salvin Bally, a very famous French astronomer and astrologer, he said that the motion of the stars calculated by the Hindus before some 4,500 years ago is not varying a single minute from the tables of Kashun and Maya used in the 19th and 20th century. So the Hindu system of astronomy, as far as the oldest that form, which the Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, and even Jews derived their knowledge. So this is the importance of Indian astrology or importance of Jyotisha Sastramu. According to Jyotisha Sastramu, there are 27 nakshatras. According to Jyotisha Sastramu, there are 27 nakshatras in our space. Of course, there are many, but according to Jyotisha Sastram, according to Indian astrology or Vedic astrology, there are 27 stars. They are Ashwini Nakshatramu, Bharani, Krutika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Aslesha, Maga, Purva Palgoni, Uttara Palgoni, Hasta, Chitta, Swati, Vishaka, Anuradha, Jesta, Mula, Purvashada, Uttarashada, Sravana, Dhanishta, Shatabisha, Purva Bhadra, Uttara Bhadra, Revati. So these all, and that 20th nakshatra also is there, Abhijit, which is called victorious star, but it is not considered. So there are 27 stars. Each star is divided into 4 padas, 4 parts. So 27 into 4, 108 padas. So according to Chandra Gamanamu, Chandra Gamana Siddhantam and Surya Gamana Siddhantam. And Tamilians especially, Tamil astrology is different from Aryan astrology, I mean North Indian or rather Kerala astrology. Because Tamil astrologers, they believe in the rotational effects of sun on sun. So they believe especially sun based or sun centric astrology, and we generally believe in moon centric astrology. According to Jyotisha Sastra, the moon passes through each and every nakshatra. The moon covers all the nakshatras and all the days, and the moon takes 30 to 31 days to complete one rotation. 30 to 31 days to complete one rotation across all these 27 stars. And this rotation is what is called Masamu in Telugu astrology. So the moon takes 27 days. The moon takes 30 to 31 days approximately to complete the moon's rotation across all these 27 stars. So all the 27 stars are divided into 4 padas, and all these 27 stars create constellations, zodiac signs. We call them as zodiac signs or rashis. So according to astrology, there are 12 zodiac signs, and according to astrology there are 12 zodiac signs, and each zodiac sign consists of 2.3 to 2.5 stars padas. So 9 padas in each constellation. So each constellation consists of 2.3 to 2.5 nakshatras. So that is it. And for example, you belong to your nakshatra is certain nakshatra, it's because of the time of the birth. So at the time of your birth, the moon was passing through certain nakshatra. That is the reason why your Janma nakshatra is so and so. So this is how Indian astrology is based on. And according to masams, according to Chandra, I said that the moon rotate, the moon goes through all these 27 stars in 30 to 31 days. So this rotation takes 30 to 31 days, and this 30 to 31 days is what is called month. And the world's famous calendar is what is called Gregorian calendar, that is based on Romans actually prepared for that calendar. So there, according to Telugu calendar, there are 12 masams or months. And Chaitra masamu, which is there are 12 masams in a year according to Telugu calendar or according to Telugu masams. Chaitra masamu, Vaishaka masamu, Jyeshtamu, Ashadamu, Sravanamu, Bhadrapadamu, Ashvejhamu, Kartikamu, Margashiramu, Pushyamasamu, Magamasamu, Phalguna masamu. So this is how it's based on. This division is based on this division is based on the rotation of moon in each nakshatra. For example, Chaitra masamu is named after Chaitra masamu is named after nakshatra called Chitta nakshatra, because in that month the moon is very close to the nakshatra called Chitta. So that and the moon is very close to the nakshatra called Chitta on the full moon day, and we can see that Chitta nakshatra and the moon, they both come very close. So that masam is what is called Chitta masamu, Chaitra masamu. And Vishaka nakshatramu, another important, Vishaka nakshatram is in that month Vishaka nakshatram is very close to the moon, that is what is called Vishaka masamu. Vaishaka masam we call them. Jyeshta nakshatra, Jyeshta masamu. Ashada nakshatra, Ashada masamu. Sravana nakshatra, Sravana masamu. Bhadrapada nakshatra, Bhadrapadamu. And Ashwini nakshatra, Ashvijamu. Kritika nakshatra, Kardigam. Mrugashira nakshatra, Margashiramu. And Pusha nakshatra and Maka nakshatra, Magamu. And Phalguna nakshatra, Phalguna masam. This is how the days and this is how the months are divided in Telugu calendar. And we have seasons also. For example, all these 12 divisions, all these 12 months are divided into 6 seasons. So the first season we call them Vasanta season, Vasanta Rutuvu. The second one Grishma Rutuvu, third one Varsha Rutuvu, fourth one Sharad Rutuvu, fifth one Hemanta Rutuvu, sixth one Shishira Rutuvu. So how, and in each season what is the famous, what each season is famous for. And in Vasanta season or in Vasanta Rutuvu, you find the beautiful panorama of plants, the beautiful panorama of trees. The trees have new leaves and new flowers, and Chaitramu and Vaishakamu, these 2 months come under this Rutuvu called Vasanta Rutuvu. The second Rutuvu is what is called Grishma Rutuvu. Grishma actually we can in Jyeshta and Ashada masams, these two come under this category, Grishma Rutuvu. And in Grishma Rutuvu we can generally feel the full summer. This is fully summer season and heat and hot. The third one is what is called Varsha Rutuvu. It's a fully rainy season. Sravanamu and Bhadrapadamu come under this Rutuvu. Fourth one is what is Sharad Rutuvu. Sharad Rutuvu we can find Ashvijam and Kartika Masamu. We can find full moon appearance in the sky. And the Hemanta Rutuvu is a full snow and Rangoli especially, and Margashira Masamu and Pushya Masamu. And Shishira Rutuvu is a leaves falling, actually Maga Masam and Phalguna Masam. This is how the Indian base of astrology is divided. So this is what you can find Jyotisha Shastra as the important angas of Vedanga. We can discuss the other Vedangas in the next video. Thank you.